Well, I think first and foremost, what a really good practice. I was proud of our guys. They came out today, it was a little warm, and they worked, and they battled, they competed. We did some game plan stuff moving forward for Arkansas State, but we also did some competition things where they got to compete offense versus defense, and I thought all in all, both sides of the ball really competed well, were upbeat, energetic. I was proud of the way they just kind of embraced the day. Obviously, we're in school. Our guys have to get ready to go to class now, different than a lot of schools up to this point. So a real balancing act for the guys going on right now. But all in all, I was pleased with practice. I'm happy for them. We're moving in the right direction.
How about for you, Steve? Yesterday, it seemed like it was kind of an emotional day for you, facing media and whatnot. But how did you kind of process that afterwards?
You know, it wasn't easy, Gary. I'll be honest with you. You know, when you have to take on things and you have to, you know, give things up about yourself, I don't think it's easy for anybody. But I was able to do it. I was able to get through it. It was great to get back on the field today. I felt like I was back at home again, coaching football. So all in all, just moving forward, you know, moving forward with our team, moving forward with myself, trying to take all the right and necessary steps to be positive and to go out and have a really good season.
Today came much more natural. Today was like...
Sure did, you know, Dan, sure did. You know, I'm not here, and hopefully you guys have been around me long enough to know I'm not here to make excuses or to kind of not tell you exactly how I feel. You know, I've always been upfront. I've always been honest with you. Yesterday was really hard, but I felt better today. I felt better just being out here today, coaching football, being with our guys, and I think our players probably felt that as much as anybody else.
So we haven't talked to you about injuries in a few days now. Chad Wheeler told us that he's fully back now.
Yeah, he's back going now, which is great. Vianney, you're seeing him back out here now. You know, we're going to have some ups and downs as it comes to player injuries and whatnot. The goal is by next Monday, we've got as healthy of a football team as we can possibly have moving towards our first game.
What about Justin Davis and Lamar Dawson? What's their status?
Those are still up in the air, you know, Michael. Anytime you crack ribs or you have cartilage injuries in your ribs, those can take time. So it remains to be seen, but I am been pleased with the fact of guys working their way back, practicing. We're hopeful we have Lamar. We're hopeful we have Justin. They make us a better football team. We'll see what happens.
What is going on with Ron Jones?
He's just not been feeling great, you know, unfortunately. You know, sometimes guys just don't feel good. So we'll try to get him as healthy as we can to get him ready to go. He's just not feeling good.
With Chad Wheeler healthy, do you feel like now you can kind of figure out who those first five are going to be with all the pieces seemingly in place?
Well, I think it gives us that, and I also think it gives us the versatility of a TOA. It gives us the tempo in which we want to operate at, and guys not feeling like they have to save themselves and waiting, knowing that there's another guy that can come in and play for him. So, you know, we'll have that all figured out by next Monday. We've got a little time here over the next couple days to kind of sort through it. But it's obviously a nice luxury to have Chad back.
How about you figuring out the short run game, for example, is kind of a part of that?
Well, what's great for us that we didn't have a year ago is having Trey. You know, I mean, Trey is a big physical runner at over 230 pounds. So, and we see that out of Trey right now. You know, I thought our run game was good today. Maybe one of our better days that we've had in full pads. So we'll keep kind of just plugging away at it. Sedware gives us some of that too. Soma gives us some of that too. So we just got to figure out the right formula here in the next kind of 4 or 5 days, so that come a week from Saturday, the first 3rd and 1, the first 3rd and 2, we know what we're calling, we know why we're calling it, we know who's carrying the ball, we know who the puller is, or if we're pulling somebody, and we can feel great about it.
Steve, what was the reasoning behind not allowing parents to be at practice?
I just felt like it was the best interest for our football team, you know, Gary. I want to give our players the best chance to come out here every day, perform really well, and not worry about any outside distractions. Be able to come over to you guys and express themselves in a positive light. And when it's done, if they want to go have breakfast or lunch with their families, that's great. But I just felt like in the best interest of our team, it was the right thing to do. Time will tell. We'll see what happens.
Does that mean that you thought there were some distractions with parents in practice in the past, or?
No, I just, at the end of every year, you look at yourself, you look at your program, you look at everything you do, and you say, how can we improve? What can we do to get better? Whether it's the schemes we run on offense, defense, or special teams, whether it's the style in which we play, whatever that may be. And I felt like that was one aspect where I felt like we could improve, where we could, give our players a better chance to come out here focused on what they need to do to get themselves prepared to play for Saturday. So that's why we did what we did.
With the defensive line, can you update us on Antoine Woods and Jordan Simmons? And then also, what have you thought of the guys that have stepped in with 3 guys out?
Well, we're hopeful we get Antoine back sooner rather than later. He's a real leader for us up front, and I think we will. Jordan Simmons has got some swelling in his, recovering knee. So we'll see how quickly that can occur. I think this is invaluable reps for a lot of our younger players. When you start talking about, a Noah Jefferson or a Jacob Daniel, these types of guys that are young guys that are getting reps. Because sooner or later, Claude Pellon's going to come back. Sooner or later, Antoine's going to come back. Sooner or later, Jordan's going to come back. And when they do, it's just going to add more depth to a really talented front, in my opinion. Delvon Simmons has been playing at a very high level for us, so we're fortunate we have the depth that we have. It'll be good for us to get everybody back healthy and rocking and rolling, because we'll be even better when we have that.
Do one last one. You mentioned yesterday you reached out to Matt Snikias. Have you actually talked to him yet?
Yes.
How did that go?
It went great.
Thanks, sir. Good.
Righty, guys.
Thanks.